Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Terraphon with the Quantum Cafe, and this is How to Star Citizen. Welcome back, aspiring Star Citizen miners. For those of you who watched the last two mining videos, I'm now back at the station, getting ready to refine the stuff that I just brought in. So I came in, landed, immediately stored my ship, and went down to the refinery, come into the refinement center, and I'm gonna start a work order. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that real quick so that you are in the know. I'm gonna go ahead and click on begin here. We're gonna select the material location, which is gonna be the prospector. And you'll see it's got 3066 CSU. The CSU is basically 107 SCU, so it's 30.66 SCU of refinables. 134 SCU or CSU of inert. I'm gonna go ahead and set up that work order. We've got three things here: quartz, quantanium, inert materials. And notice inert materials cannot be refined. Right, the quantanium and the quartz though, we can refine those, so we're gonna flip the switch. The next thing we need to do is choose the processing method. Now, these different processing methods have different yields and different costs, right? So let's say, for example, we look at the Cormac method. It's high speed, moderate cost, low yield, right? So if I tell it get quote, it's gonna show me that I'm gonna get 87 quantanium or quartz out of the end process, only 2009 quantanium. It's gonna cost basically 12,000 UEC, and it's gonna take 51 minutes and 13 seconds, right? So that's really, really fast, all right? Let's choose pyrometric chromolysis, all right? Low speed, high cost, high yield. Get that quote. It's gonna be 6 hours, 49 minutes. It's gonna cost me 35,633 SCU. And I would get almost all of my quartz and almost all of my quantanium at the end, right? Let's look at Gaskin process. High speed, high cost, moderate yield. It'd be done in an hour and 42 minutes, gonna cost 36K. And moderate yield, yeah, I'd get a fair amount. It's not really the best though. XCR reaction. Get that quote. Gonna lose a bunch of quartz, gonna lose a bunch of quantanium. It's gonna cost me 35K and it'll take 25 minutes. So like if you need money right now, you've got the loan sharks, tough guys breathing down your neck. They're gonna bust your kneecaps any minute. Run this method. Otherwise, ignore it. It's useless. All right, Ferron exchange. This is the one I generally use. Low speed, moderate cost, high yield. Get that quote. We're gonna get a ton of quantanium out of it. We're gonna get a ton of quartz out of it. It's gonna cost 12K and it'll take 13 hours, 39 minutes. All right, this is generally the one that I use, unless I have a bunch of jobs backed up, and then I will switch to Dynic solventation, which we'll cover here in just a second. Electrostarolysis. I don't even think that's a word. Is it a word? Post some in the comments if that's even a word. Electrostarolysis, starolysis, whatever. Get that quote. 12K, it's gonna take 3 hours and 24 minutes. I'll get fair return on that, but obviously we've seen better. Dynic solventation. Now the difference between Dynic solventation and Ferron exchange costs twice as much and takes 1/3 the time. So Dynic solventation costs half as much and takes 3 times the amount of time. You'll see that right now. Get quote, it's gonna take 1 day, 16 hours. That's real-time days, right? So that would take 40 hours to process that bunch of quantanium, but it's only gonna cost 6K, right? And I get the same yield as I would with the Ferron exchange. Thermonatic deposition. Again, I don't even think that's a proper word. Low speed, low cost, moderate yield. It's gonna be 10 hours and 14 minutes, 6K. Getting a decent yield, but not great. And then Kaizen winnowing. Moderate speed, low cost, low yield. We're losing a ton of stuff here. 2 hours, it'll be done, and it costs 6K. I'm gonna go ahead and choose Ferron exchange because that's what I do. We're gonna get that quote. 13 hours, 39 minutes. So again, 1/3 the time of Dynic solventation. 11,877. It's double the cost. We're going to click confirm, and that work order is accepted. Now you will see it's already producing yield, and that's that. Now at any time you can select a storage option, like I could choose my MSR and hit stop and collect, and it's going to stop the process, collect only what has been processed, and the rest will be basically chucked out, right? So you really don't want to do that. All right, come back later when it tells you that the process is finished, because you get a message to pop up on your screen that says you've had a refinery job complete. Come back, choose your cargo runner, collect, and it'll go ahead and automatically load it onto your cargo runner. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close this window. Boop. And we are done. Thank you for visiting. We appreciate you choosing refinement needs, blah, 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 blah. That's it. Refining in a nutshell. See ya. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified every time new content comes out. Also, make sure you check out Hyndrosa on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/Hyndrosa. And last but not least, we'd like to give a big shout out and warm thank you to all of our patrons over at patreon.com. Your support is absolutely amazing. Thank you all.
Well, bye.